Great Sunday morning, April 25th, 2021. To God be the glory for yet another beautiful dawning of the day. And you know this is the last Sunday of this month. Let's make it count by worshiping, by giving the Lord our all. Remember what David did in chapter 6 of 2 Samuel? It says that he danced with all his might. He worshiped. He held nothing back. We want to be able to do this every day, not only on Sundays, but we want to be able to give our Lord the glory due his name. Now, we would never be able to match, but we want to give as an offering our life, our praise, our lips, our heart, and he will be glorified. So, in this chapter 7, and I have to correct myself because, I slipped the word saying that the Ark of God came back. But this is the initial time when the Ark came to David's territory, and that's when he danced before the Lord and his garments fell off. And then that's when his former wife was like, "You are making a fool of yourself." And he said, "I will do the more to make a fool of myself, as long as it brings glory and honor and praise to my Lord." Well, in this chapter, it says in verse 5, Nathan the prophet was speaking to David. He was receiving messages from the Lord, and it pretty much says, "Go," the Lord is speaking to David, "Go and tell my servant David, thus saith the Lord, shalt thou build me an house for me to dwell in? Now therefore," in verse 8, "so shalt thou say unto my servant David, thus saith the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, I took thee from the pastures, I took thee from when you were a little, shepherd, a teenager. I took you from that where you were following the sheep, and now I put you in place so that people are following you. You are now the ruler of my people, over Israel." So you might think that you're doing something minuscule right now, small, and I'm following this and I'm following these orders. But the Lord, one day, he's preparing you for something. We don't know what. But in the meantime, you want to follow his will and have this testimony. Verse 12, "And when thy days shall be fulfilled." Have you followed the Lord? There's going to be an expiration date. There's going to be an end date. And we don't want to miss the will of the Lord by saying, if only I could go back into my teens or 20s. We can't. Now, if you're in your teens and 20s, acknowledge the Lord in all you do, and he will direct your every move so that you won't have a boatload of regrets. You can have you can have a strong witness as a youth. It says, "Be thou an example of a believer in word and conversation, in faith, in purity, and love." I believe that's 1 Timothy 4:12. You can be an example, especially, look, generation, whatever, millennials and X, Y, Z, RQ, whatever you are, you can stand up. Yes, it says 1 Timothy 4:12, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, conversation, what you say, what you do, how you're an example, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Neglect not the gift that is in thee." The Lord wants you to cultivate it, and you will see that, you will be taken to new heights, and the Lord will blow your mind. Yes, he will. He had David to prepare his son, and the Lord blessed him, and the Lord will bless you as you acknowledge him. So in the meantime, what are we to do? Psalms 145:8, "I will extol thee, my God, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever." Every day we are able to see life. Will we bless thee? We will praise thy name forever and ever. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. Go back in Psalms 48. Yes, for he will be our guide unto death. One generation, but then we're handing the baton to the next generation so that they can do good things. And they shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts. This is what we shall do. They shall abundantly utter the memory of thy great goodness, and shall sing of thy righteousness. This is what we're to do today. Hand off so that they can have a true relationship with the Lord. As we're getting older, let the young people take the mantle. Have a wonderful day praising the works of the Lord. Enjoy his faithfulness and bless the name forevermore.